What you're looking at is the Maybury Guitars Upscaler Fishook S. This is a Strat style electric guitar. It's loaded with two Sun Bear humbucker pickups. We have a 3-way toggle switch. It's nice and light, and look at this finish, man. This is a teal finish. You can see the body. It's not heavily relicked or anything like that, but it looks like it's been played for years. I'll talk more about the specs in just a moment, but you're about to hear this in the context of a jam track through a real amplifier, mic'd up with a couple of mics, and then we'll get into some isolated tones. A massive thank you to Jason from Maybury Guitars for working with me on this. If you want to check it out, I'll link it down in the description box below. Here we go. Let's take a look at this guitar up close because it's a great mix of both reclaimed and new parts. Starting with the body, it's nice and light. It's a reclaimed piece of spruce. This one was from floor joists of a 1930s house that was being renovated. And if we take a look at the body up close, you can see that we get all the contours. It's nice and comfortable to play, and this chalk paint finish looks great. It almost looks like it's been relicked, but it hasn't. It's just this really great looking piece of timber with this really unique paint. The neck, believe it or not, is a 2004 Squire Affinity that's been stripped and refinished. This also includes a reshaped headstock, fretwork, and these beautiful looking dot inlays. The volume and tone controls all wind forward towards the headstock as on, which is how it should be. So if you want to turn it down, it's this way. If you want to turn it up, it's this way. Now these are proper reverse audio tapers, so if you're a lefty like I am, just know it will respond properly as you start to turn it down. Just a small point a lot of guitar companies get wrong, so it's worth mentioning. Now Maybury Guitars have loaded this with a vintage Strat hardtail bridge. This is a 6-saddle bridge. It's a string through body as well, which I really like, so there's no springs or anything in there, no tremolo to worry about. You can simply plug it in and don't have to worry about your tuning. If you've seen one of these jack plates before, it's from a made in Mexico Fender Strat, so that's why it looks so familiar. Another point of difference is we get 1970s record player knobs here. So these go over the volume and tone controls, and they look super cool. So yeah, just a little piece of reclaimed vintage goodness. When it comes to picking humbuckers for any electric guitar, I always have one pickup in mind, and that's the burst bucker from Gibson. I'm a big fan of the clarity on those pickups and how they're never ever muddy on the low end. These Sun Bear pickups are the 57, 59 PAF style humbuckers. They have all the clarity in the world, and again, without that low end mud that you might find on other guitars. 3-way toggle switch feels great and it's nice and responsive. Maybury Guitars are calling this a heavy duty 3-way switch. As you sort of bring it into each position, you can feel it kind of click in between. I really like this. I don't think I've seen another switch like it. This pickguard is a translucent acrylic amber tortoiseshell that Jason made as an offcut from a previous build, and I think it really looks great in combination with this chalk paint finish. At the time of filming, this guitar would come in at around £1,199 with all of these features, but you get some from $950 all the way up to $1,500, and you get a really rockin' semi-hard case, and I'll show you that now. Here's the semi-hard case up close. Now this has hard sides to it, but it looks a little bit more like a gig bag than it does a hard case, so it's somewhere in the middle. That's why I call these semi-hard case design. We also get our backpack straps on the back. Backpack straps on the back. Try saying that. A massive thank you to Jason for working with me on this particular guitar. I've actually been playing this for over a month now, and it's been an absolute pleasure to play. I hope you like the tones in this video. Let us know what you think, and if you want to check this out, I'll link it in the description box below. Here we go. All right, let's kick it off. In today's video, I'm plugged into the Artist Tweetone 12A. It's mic'd up with a Shure SM57 and an AEA N22 ribbon microphone. All the reverb is courtesy of the Crazy Tube Circuit Sidekick, which is sitting on the amp back there. We're going to kick things off with some clean tones, and I'll cycle through each of the pickups. Starting on the neck, here we go. These pickups have that smooth quality, but also lots of snap on the note. So if you want to play lead, just a beautiful sound. Over to both pickups. Sounds great, it's got that punchy sound. And over to bridge. Now if I want to switch back to neck, the volume's not going to drop a lot, which is what I really like. These are extremely well balanced, so you can switch pickups. Although the tone's going to change when you switch pickups, the volume's not going to be night and day, which is really cool. Up next, I'm going to showcase those lead tones you heard in the intro track with only the left side of the Royal Flush on, then we'll click on the right. Take a listen to this on bridge pickup. So that was the left side, then both sides. Over to neck, I'll do the same thing. You can have a listen to the sustain and how clear it still is, even with a lot of drive. Check this out, if I turn down. Yeah, so super dynamic. That's with both sides of that overdrive on. Roll my volume control down and it cleans up beautifully. Let's try some high gain tones now with both gain controls on the Royal Flush cranked up to 2 o'clock. I'll play a mix of both lead and rhythm stuff, starting on the bridge pickup. Here we go. Yeah, all right. All right, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna talk about this guitar and how it feels to play. So like I said, I've been playing this on other videos before shooting this actual review video. It's nice and light, it has a look that I really dig, and it feels just as familiar as any Stratocaster I've ever played, but with no buzz. And again, it's far lighter. I really like this. These Sunbear pickups have completely surprised me, not knowing what they were like before putting this whole package together with Maybury guitars. I wasn't sure exactly what I was in for, but I sort of recommended the burst buckers, and if you're a fan of those, you'll get a kick out of these pickups. I think they're some of the best humbuckers I've played. They're right up there with the Kiesel that I recently reviewed, which is a much more expensive guitar. Now the reclaimed timber thing might or might not be for everybody. Let us know what you think, but overall, man, I have no complaints with guitars that are made from recycled timbers, like Paoletti and other guitars I've tested over the last few years. So yeah, I think this is well worth a look if you're looking for something a little bit different that has all of the tonal options out there. It stays in tune great. You get a great set of pickups and you get something that looks different but feels very familiar to play. I should point out, if you're more of a Tally fan than you are a Strat fan, go check out the review I did of the Fishook T. Check out that, man. What a finish. It's pretty wild, but I gotta say, I'm a big fan of how this feels in the hand. It's actually a little bit more comfortable to play, maybe just because of that inherent Strat body shape. But yeah, Both are really beautiful guitars. If you're looking for something different, give them a look. I'll link them below. Thanks for watching. Catch you soon.